Welcome to the lecture on tenses. I am Dr. Jay Sangam, Associate Professor, Department of English, Amat University. Tenses. This is one of the important topics in English grammar. For any sentence, we will have to speak according to the time. So, we will have to concentrate on tenses. The definition. Tenses are the different forms of a verb that indicates the time factor of an action. Based on the time factor, only we are able to understand the sentence whether the action was over or taking place in the future, will take place in the future. So, verbs are indicating the time factor of an action. How many tenses are there? Different people are saying different answers, but some say 3 tenses, some say 12 tenses, but both are correct. For example, there are 3 main tenses and 4 aspects. We have present, past and future tenses, simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. All these 4 are called aspects. So, altogether we have 12 tenses. Simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future tense, present continuous tense, past continuous tense, future continuous tense, present perfect tense, past perfect tense, future perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense, future perfect continuous tense. These are the 12 tenses available in English language. Each tense has its own form. For example, for simple present tense, we will have to use the base form of the verb, subject plus base form of the verb. For example, the verb eat I have written here, eat. Continuous tense, when you write in the continuous tense, we will have to use ing form. In simple past tense, we do the past form of the verb. In future tense, we use will or shall plus present form of the verb, that is all. Then in continuous tense, we will always use the ing form, whether it is a present continuous or past continuous or future continuous, we will have ing form. For present continuous, we will have to use the auxiliary verbs is, am, are plus verb plus ing form. Is eating, for example, he is eating or they are eating can be stated. Here I have mentioned V1. V1 means verb 1. There are 3 forms. For example, the verb eat, eat, ate, eaten. This eat can be called as a V1 verb 1. Ate, the past form of the verb can be stated as a V2. The past participle form can be stated, for simple understanding it has been mentioned V3. In the tense dictionary they have given these 3 forms. This present continuous tense, be verb plus ing form of the base form. Then past continuous, past form of the auxiliary plus ing. In future continuous, will or shall plus be plus ing form of the verb. In perfect continuous tense, present perfect tense, we will have to have has or have. For example, I have finished my work. They have completed their work. He has finished his assignment can be said. So, if it is a singular subject, we can use has. If it is a plural subject, we can use have. Have or has, that auxiliary will have to have plus past participle form of the verb has to be used. That is what is called V3. And past perfect tense for which had eaten, for the given verb eat, this is the conjugative form, had eaten. So, here had plus past participle form of the verb or V3 we can say. Then the future perfect tense. In future perfect tense, will or shall plus have plus past participle form of the verb has to be used. So, will have eaten, she will have eaten, they have completed can be stated. Then perfect continuous, present perfect continuous tense in which has or have been eating, that is how it has been given for the given verb eat. Has or have been plus verb 1 plus ing form has to be used. Similarly, for past continuous tense, had been eating, had been plus v1 plus ing. For future continuous tense, will or shall have been eating, will or shall have been plus v1 plus ing form. That is how we will have to write. This is what is the form. This has to be understood well. Then let us go to the example. Simple present tense. Where and all it can be used? In our day-to-day conversation, we use simple present tense very often. Here, it can be used for habits, routine actions, factual information. We can use simple present tense. For example, I drink coffee every morning. Sendil goes to beach on Sundays. She works in a bank. The first one is a habit. Second one is routine action. Sendil goes to beach on Sundays. Third one, she works in a bank. That's a factual information. So, for these type of actions, we can use simple present tense. Then simple past tense. For example, for the completed actions in the past, for which we can use simple past tense. I went to the cinema yesterday. Yesterday was over. So, when you refer some actions which was over in the past, we can use simple past tense. We spent a lot of time in Delhi in 2018. I completed my assignment at 10 a.m. It may be a minute before or 500 years back, but once you mention the time, we will have to use simple past tense. Simple future tense. This can be used for giving promises, requests, refusals, offers or future actions. For example, I will do a certificate course on editing. The action will take place in the future. I will help you with your homework. Will you give me a hand? I won't go. So, these type of sentences can be given when we use simple future tenses. This and all refer promises, requests, refusals and all. There are certain other forms which can also be used for conveying this future actions, but that will not come under this future action, the exact tense, but these type of forms will also be used for conveying the future actions. For example, the other forms of future, be going to, I am going to learn French. It does not mean that I am learning French, I am going to learn, which means I have the intention, I am thinking of, I am planning to learn French, that is what it means. So, here I will learn French, it is almost the same meaning. So, going to, be going to, that can also be used for conveying the future action. Continuous. The Prime Minister is visiting Chennai tomorrow. For fixed actions, we can use present continuous form for conveying the future action. The Prime Minister is visiting Chennai tomorrow. Is visiting is a continuous form. If it is a fixed one, that can also be used for conveying the future sense. Present continuous, action going on at the moment. Present continuous can be used for the actions which are taking place now. At the time of saying the action is in progress. This can either be said present continuous tense, or some grammarians are calling this as present progressive tense. For example, he is playing football, which means at the time of saying the action is in progress. I am studying, she is watching the news. So at the time of saying the action is in progress, for which we can use present continuous tense. Then past continuous tense, continuous action at a particular time in the past, for which we can use past continuous tense. The action was continuously taking place at a particular time in the past, for which we can use the past continuous tense. I was having a dinner when the doorbell rang. So yesterday I was having a dinner. When I was having a dinner, the doorbell rang. So we can also use this with another past tense. The continuous, at a particular time the action was continuously taking place, for which this can be used. He was not speaking. It does not mean that it has to be used only in affirmative sentence. It can also be used in negative sentences or even interrogative sentences. Was he speaking? Was he speaking well in the meeting yesterday? Can be stated. He was not speaking. Can also be stated. This is called past continuous tense. Then future continuous. The action will be continuously taking place at a particular time in the future. I will be going home by bus this evening, can be stated, for which this can be used future continuous tense. We refer the action which is going to take place in the future, and we want to give emphasis for the continuous process of the action. So we use the future continuous. At 11 a.m. tomorrow, I will be driving to airport. I will be driving to airport at 11 a.m. tomorrow. I want to emphasize the continuous process. So we use this future continuous. Otherwise, we could have used the simple future tense, but we want to emphasize the continuous process, for which we are using this continuous tense. I will be watching TV this evening. I will be watching TV this evening. So the evening, but the continuous process at 5 o'clock. I will be watching TV this evening at 5 o'clock. May even be stated. They will not be working there. So this and all can be used for conveying the continuous action in the future context. Present perfect tense. Recent actions or events, we can use this present perfect tense. I have completed my assignment. They have finished their work. She has taken coffee. Can be read, can be used one such sentences. I have written articles on different topics. When we refer some actions which took place in the recent past, we can use this, but we will have to be careful when we use this present perfect tense. It is a kind of past tense, but it still has the connection with the present context. For example, I can say that I have watched 2 movies this week, but I have watched 2 movies this week can be said. So here this can be used for this week. Today may be Wednesday, so 3 more days are there. So I can use I have watched 2 movies this week, but we cannot say I have watched 2 movies last week. That is wrong. Last week is over. If it is so, we will have to use simple past tense. So for conveying the recent past, we will have to use present perfect tense, past perfect tense. This can be used for the action which took place first. When 2 actions took place in the past, this past perfect tense can be used for the action which took place first. This can be said a double past. For example, when I reached the theatre, the movie had already been started. I did not say anything until she had finished talking. She stayed up all night because she had received bad news. So, when we talk about two actions which took place in the past, we can use this past perfect for the action which took place first. For the next one, we can use simple past tense. Future perfect tense. We will have to understand one thing clearly, that this is a future tense and at the same time it is a perfect tense. The action will take place in the future and it will be perfectly over at a particular time in the future. I will have completed my assignment by Friday. The action will take place in the future and at the same time we will have to give emphasis when will it be over, when will it perfectly be over. That is why we use this future perfect tense. She will have cooked dinner this evening. He will have arrived. We will have met Julie. It will have stopped raining. They will have left Japan. So, this is how we can use it. It is a future tense and perfect tense. Present perfect continuous tense. It is a present tense and a perfect tense and continuous tense. We are not using these type of perfect continuous tenses very often, but it is very much there in the language. We will have to understand it in a better way. They have been playing football for an hour. She has been finding the dress since morning. He has been studying in the library for 3 hours. When we use this perfect continuous tenses, we will have to use either since or for. For is used for a period, mentioning a period of time. Since can be used for the starting time. He has been standing there since 8 o'clock can be stated, or he has been standing there for 2 hours. So, 2 hours a period of time can be stated, or since the starting point only. It is still, the action is still going on. So, that is why it is called present perfect continuous tense. Past perfect continuous tense, similar to past perfect tense. Past perfect continuous tense can also be used along with simple past tense. They had been talking for over an hour before Tony arrived. She had been working at the company for 3 years when it went out of business. How long had you been waiting to get on the bus? So, past perfect continuous tense. The action was continuously taking place in the past and we perfectly know when it was started. So, past perfect continuous tense. This can also be used along with a simple past. When two actions took place, one action was continuously taking place in the past, the other action can be a simple past tense can be used. Future perfect continuous tense. So, this will take place in the future. Action will take place in the future and it is of perfect tense and continuous tense. Additional information have been given. In November, I will have been working at my company for 3 years. So, we are mentioning a particular time. Future perfect continuous tense. At 5 o'clock, I will have been waiting for 30 minutes. When I turn 30, I will have been playing piano for 21 years. So, like this, when we refer the action which will take place in the future, we can use future perfect continuous tense. Let us now review the exercise. In the beginning, I used the verb eat. Let us see the conjugation of the verb eat. For example, in simple present tense, we say Kumar eats a mango. Simple sentence. I have used the verb eat for all the 12 tenses. Kumar eats a mango, which means he may have the habit of eating mango. It is a routine action. So, that is why we use it is called simple present tense. Kumar ate a mango, which means the action was over. That is why it is called simple past tense. Kumar will eat a mango. The action is not taking place, it was not verbo, but it will take place in the future. Kumar will eat a mango. Kumar is eating a mango. At the time of saying, the action is in progress. That is why it is called present continuous tense. Kumar is eating a mango. Similarly, Kumar was eating a mango. This is past continuous tense. The action was continuously taking place at a particular time in the past. We want to give emphasis for the continuous action in the past. That is why we use past continuous tense. Kumar was eating a mango. Kumar will be eating a mango. The action will take place in the future. At the same time, we want to give emphasis for the continuous process in the future. So, that is why we use it. Kumar will be eating a mango. The next one is present perfect tense. Kumar has eaten a mango. This is present perfect tense. As I told you already, present perfect tense can be stated as a kind of a past tense. We cannot say that it is a kind of a past tense, but the action is verb, but still it has a connection with the present context. So, we use Kumar has eaten a mango. But there is a difference between the seventh one, Kumar has eaten a mango, and Kumar ate a mango. Kumar ate a mango, we know that it was verb, but Kumar has eaten a mango, that is recent past. It has a connection with the present context. But we should not use time. For example, Kumar ate a mango yesterday can be said, but we cannot say he has eaten a mango, Kumar has eaten a mango yesterday, that is wrong. We should not use present perfect tense for the yesterday. Yesterday was verb. So, we should not use this present perfect form with a time. So, he has eaten mango. He has eaten mango several times can be stated. I have visited US several times can be stated, but I have visited US in 2017, that is wrong. I visited in 2017, that is how it has to be stated. Kumar had eaten a mango. As I told you, this can be stated as a double past tense. So, when two actions took place in the past, this past perfect tense can be used for the action which took place first. Kumar had eaten a mango before he came to college can be stated. Kumar will have eaten a mango. This is future perfect tense. The action will take place in the future and it will be over at a particular time in the future. Kumar will have eaten a mango by Friday. By Friday. Kumar has been eating a mango. It is a present tense and perfect tense and continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. Kumar, the action for which we can use as I told you earlier, two words can be used either for or since. If we use for a period of time, we can use for. He has been studying in the library for 2 hours can be stated. He has been studying in the library since 8 a.m. can be stated. Once we use since, that can be considered as a starting point for a period of time, duration. Kumar had been eating a mango. Similarly, this is a past continuous tense. We know the starting, it was continuously taking place in the past. We know the starting point, had been eating a mango. He had been searching for a job. He had been searching for a job can be stated. After completion of his graduation, he had been searching for a job. So, it is understood when two classmates or may discuss about another person. So, they may be talking about that particular person. He might have searched for a job for which he had been searching for a job. After whether he found or not, that they may not know. If at all they know something, that has to be used in simple past tense. He had been searching for a job before joining this particular company can also be stated. Kumar will have been eating a mango. So, this action will take place future perfect continuous tense. I will have been searching for a job after completion of my graduation. When will it be over? It may be over within a month or 1 year or 2 years, that we do not know. He will have been searching for a job after, but that we know one thing clearly, after completion of my graduation. The action will take place in the future, and the starting point we know, and the action will continuously taking place. The action will continuously be taking place. So, Kumar will have been eating a mango. So, this is how we will have to understand the tenses, and many students are committing mistakes in using this present perfect tense and past tense. That has attention has to be paid. I ask you to I will remind you again this, if you mention some time, you can use simple past tense, you should not use present perfect tense. For example, I have finished my breakfast, can be said. So, I have finished my breakfast, it is perfectly over, it is perfectly correct, but I have finished my breakfast at 9 a.m. At present it may be 9:10. So, I can simply say that I have finished my breakfast, that is fine, but I should not say I have finished my breakfast at 9 a.m. that is wrong. Once you 9 a.m. is over, at present it is 9:10. So, once you mention the time, you will have to use simple past tense, present perfect tense should not be used, and all these tenses will be useful. We will have to understand it in a better way. Thank you.